Good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium here in a mild but a bit soggy Fredericton, New Brunswick. At least it was soggy when I came in this morning. My third broadcast of the day here started off women's volleyball. It was Mount St. Vincent straight sets over the Tommy women. Basketball game just completed. It was the Tommy women over UKC. The men will get their shot at UKC here now on the basketball front. Picked up a stat sheet from that women's game. UKC, Kaylee Garland had 10 points. Lauren Ford 10, Nora Quinlan 10. Quinlan, don't think scored after the first quarter. And indeed, UKC did not score in the fourth quarter at all. For the Tommies, Vanessa Sophie finished with 18. She had 18 at the half. And was maybe her best game so far as a Tommy. It was Alina Ross finishing with 12, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and a block for Ross in that one. Just excited to see that stat line. Shooting percentage is not great there. Anyhow, that wraps up the women's game. We're now on to the men's. And this coming into this one, UKC men are 0-2, averaging 69.5 points per game. St. Thomas Tommies are 2-0. They're averaging 101 points per game. Tommies trail Holland College. The high-flying Hurricanes come into this weekend, averaging a whopping 113 points per game. And how would you like to be Mount Allison? You're scoring 100 points a game even, and you're 0-2. What a conference this is this year. Mount A, of course, has one game suspended play. First Crandall got a little too wet there last weekend at Crandall. The gym floor became too dangerous to continue play on, so they wrapped it up. UKC's 2 games, October 29th, they lost 120-73 versus Holland College. Brendan Morris had 13. They committed 25 turnovers. Holland College, Kyrie Thompson had 24 points. Jalen Menzies 16. Jack McCauley 16. And Logan Rempel doubled with a 10 spot each, points and rebounds. November 5th, they lost 84-66 at MSVU. Carson O'Rourke, the double-double, 12 and 10. Xavier Buckley had 5. Only 2 of 17 from 3. This is a young team. Will Spalding, 21 points, led MSVU. The starters, 23 is Caleb Rennie, 14 is Corson O'Rourke, 4 is Xavier Buckley. 12 is Yvonne Janday. And we'll pick up the other starter there. It's going to be Brendan Morris, number 7. For the Tommies, they're going to start number 0, Harrison Florian, 6'7" center out of Fredericton and Leo Hayes High School. 4 is Vince Littleton. 6 is Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt averages almost 25 a game, 24.5 through 2. 8 is going to be Gaio Isaiah. And 13, Jeffrey Lavoie. Officials for this one, Dave Gallagher, Mr. Forsyth, and Mr. Wilton. Will be Gallagher on the jump ball. That's Donnie Forsyth, Dan Wilton. Little brain cramp there as I was thinking of the officials' names. Tommies control the top. That's Buckley on the far side, guarded by Isaiah. Doubled. Janday into the key, and he scores 2. Good start for UKC. UKC, they lost 3 starters to graduation. Hoyt with the runner, scores 2. Ties us at 2. Nice easy looking release for Tanner Hoyt. That's Rennie in the front court. Rennie can't get it to go down off glass. Rebound taken away. Lavoie. Touch pass back from Littleton. And good defense by UKC, but rolling out of bounds with it is Janday. Florian in the post against O'Rourke. Back up top, Hoyt. He's got range, maybe not that deep though. Lavoie makes the baseline jump shot. 4-2 Tommies in the early going. Tommies with pressure. Buckley on the dribble, reversed by Isaiah. Buckley strong take, rebound, Florian. Florian corrals the board, finds Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt way too easy inside 15, but picks up the offensive foul. Hoyt got way too deep with no one stopping the dribble. Of course, when O'Rourke steps in, takes the charge on Tanner Hoyt. That's going to be a foul on Vince Littleton. Spoke with Coach Hickey before the game. Pretty happy with how the Tommy offense is going so far. But said they took a different approach to defense this week. Certainly not happy with the defensive showings, giving up way more points than Coach Hickey would like. That's going to be a block on Tanner Hoyt. Pretty easy call. Can see that one from here. 3 quick fouls on the Tommies and 2 on Tanner Hoyt. That gets Trey Campbell off the bench. Big foul there by Tanner to pick up his second so early in this one. Not even played 2 minutes. Campbell, first-year guard out of Scarborough, Ontario. 5.5 and 4.5 points and rebounds. Average thus far for Trey. Back to that conversation with Coach Hickey. Another blocking foul called on the Tommies. I think this one is going to be Campbell. It is Campbell. So they block with the leg. Coach Hickey says, but he wasn't moving. Didn't do anything. To the line will be Buckley. Yeah, I had a quick chat with Coach Hickey, and certainly we both said defense isn't where it was last year for sure. And he said, no, it's not even close. We're not near good enough on the defensive end. And we both said Mr. Braden, Ted Braden, covered a lot last year. He was often deep on that press. Made some big defensive plays. Attacked the glass. Led the league in blocks. Certainly changed a lot of shots, did Ted Braden. Tommies don't really have that type of presence on this team. Florian, more of an offensive big man. Works hard on the defensive end, but doesn't have certainly the foot speed that Braden had. Well, the Tommies will look for a defensive identity and see if what happens this weekend with the new approach on defense. Certainly 4 team fouls here early. Coach Hickey can't be happy with that. Lavoie to the line, that rims out. Florian careful not to pick up the foul there. Buckley uses the screen for O'Rourke. The far side for Morris. Back for Jande. Jande on the drive. Knocked away by the Tommies. Littleton lays it in off the glass for 2. Gets the foul on Brendan Morris. Tommy's up 6-2. Early going, quarter 1. Make that 7-2. Rookie point guard Rennie, guarded by Trey Campbell. Ajax, Ontario, and Scarborough. You have to wonder if those two have seen each other previous. Campbell and Rennie. O'Rourke drives on Florian and scores 2. Of course, the Tommies do have reigning Dermott Defensive Player of the Year and Guy Isaiah. That's him with the ball there on the offensive drive. Puts that one up about a foot short. Did Isaiah. Buckley directs some traffic. O'Rourke on the screen. Double team by Littleton. Now Littleton scrambles to find his man. He's going to pick up Rennie. 2 on the shot clock, taken away. Getting it up was Jande. And O'Rourke knocks it out of bounds. O'Rourke looks like he's hit the weight room some in the offseason. Strong looking upper body on O'Rourke. Campbell with a miss, rebound Lavoie. Lavoie puts it up. Easy 2 from 15 from Jeff Lavoie. Deflected by Jande. Jande, a 6'6" forward out of Chilliwack. A beautiful part of the country is Chilliwack. Had the opportunity to go there a couple times as a part of a past job I had out to visit Pacific Region Training Center for RCMP. Beautiful, beautiful spot. Some family ties in Chilliwack as well, going way back. Nobody, I guess, that I would say I keep in touch with. (14-4), Tommy stretch it to 10. Rennie. Now Buckley. Buckley back for Rennie. Buckley, I think, got hit in the snoz in that one. He does come up holding his nose just a little bit. Tricky dribble by Littleton. Campbell puts up a 3, makes a 3. Timeout called by Coach Luke Stevenson, as the Tommies are off to a 17-7 start. 5:09 to go in quarter one. Coach Stevenson says, let's talk it over. Stevenson was without his right-hand man this afternoon, Coach Ben. As a welcomed a new little one to the world, Marcel. Shout out to Ben and Marcel. Sure you're teaching him early. Get a little basketball in his hand. A week, he should be slam dunking by now, I think. Also added to the Blue Devils bench, Trevon Grant, former Holland College player, and Jaden Norden, who needs no introduction at all if you've been a UKC fan. Pretty good career did Jaden Norden for UKC. Scratches in this one for the Tommies, I should mention. Ethan Tumwine, scratch. And Ben Duell, scratch. No scratches for the Blue Devils. I'm Bill Gibson. If you are watching along at home, feel free to reach out. On Twitter, at Billsby, BILLSBY, BILLSBY. Let me know where you're watching from, your connection to the game, or hit me up on email, webcastbill@outlook.com. They'll all come right here to my trusty computer. Will mention we do not have live stats for this one, so I can't give you stats in progress, but I will get the sheet at halftime. Good finish there on the take by Rennie, fouled by Evan Villain, who's just checked in the game for the Tommies, along with Owen Amos. The Tommies go a bit smaller without Lavoie on the court, and Florian. Blaine 6'2", out of Miramichi and Miramichi Valley. And Owen Amos also out of Miramichi and Miramichi Valley. You go 6'3", we replace the 6'4" Lavoie and 6'7" Florian on the front line. Amos with a good block out on O'Rourke. Littleton, Campbell launches another 3. Buckley lost it out of bounds, got spun around. Reaching for his neck there on that one. I think we're going to have a sub in. Ethan Merlin, number 11, checks into the game, and number 13, Josh Crocker. Merlin out of Sydney, Nova Scotia, 6'1" shooting guard, and Crocker, also a shooting guard, out of Albert Bridge, Nova Scotia. Blaine directs traffic from the far side. He's looking for floor spacing from Campbell. Littleton just pulls up and shoots three. Tommies, I'm not sure what they had going there on offense. It looked like they were really running much of a play, not a lot of motion. Despite that, they get 3 points out of it from Trey Campbell. Rennie on the drive. Blaine was looking for the rejection, instead got the foul. That's going to be his second. I think Villain thought he might have had the rejection. Said it's his second foul. I'll talk that one over with the official. Florian ready to check in. The next opportunity for Stu. Rennie averaging 10 points a game. Through the first two, misses. From the line, Amos on the rebound for Littleton. Littleton for Campbell. He puts up another three. He's feeling it. Triple trays for Trey. He's going to date myself a little bit, but Trey Campbell can be a lot like the microwave Vinnie Johnson for this Tommy's team. He can come off the bench shooting. If he's making them, look out. Amos with the catch inside. Vince Littleton. Vince with one dark shoe, one light shoe. Kicks it out for Campbell. Campbell with the miss there. I think that was only a two-pointer. Maybe he was a little too close. Jande for Buckley. Bring inside for Jande. Instead, it's Corson O'Rourke who puts up a long two-pointer and makes a long two-pointer. Amos spots up for three. A little kiss off the plexi for Owen Amos. Puts another 3 points on the boards for St. Thomas. Jande on the inside. Rebound. That rebound is corralled by Florian. Two looks for UKC. The Tommies have put up 29 points already here in the first quarter. Still 2.5 minutes to go. Amos says, I'll shoot it again. That one's a little bit long. Buckley got in pretty deep there before the Tommies allowed him to stop. He got within 15 feet. Pardon me, before the Tommies forced him to stop. Campbell steps into the one. He is feeling it from downtown. Going to be another time violation on UKC as Josh Crocker can't get it across half, otherwise known as the timeline. Lavoie checks in, as does Zachary Vautour. Vautour, third year out of Ecole St. Anne in Fredericton. Big tournament going on at Ecole St. Anne this weekend as local basketball is in full flight. Vautour launches a three. It's just a bit outside for Vautour. That's Vautour on the defensive glass. Takes it away, and now he's going to push to the front court. Find Lavoie for Owen Amos. Amos on the drive off glass. It won't go down. Rebound is taken away by Andrew Dogurga, 6'6" in his first year out of St. John's, whereas number 22 is checked in for UKC. Minute 15 to go in the quarter. Isaiah and Votor in the backcourt. Amos, Lavoie, and Flory in the front court. Lavoie step back. Can't get it to go down. Tapped. Finally corralled by Dogurga. That's Brendan Morris. It's a nice move for UKC. Florian in the post. He's got moves down low. Shows off the little baby hawk. Does Florian. Tommy's a scoring machine here in this quarter. Really sparked by the bench play. That's off the wire up top. Good eyes by the official. Calls that out of bounds. Trey Campbell, I think he's got 12 on 4 3-pointers for the Tommies here early. Again, this is one where the live stats would be beneficial. Reading week here at the university this past week. Number of the regular statisticians not available as a result. Good work by the Tommies off-court crew to fill it in as best they can as Lavoie fills another 3 in for St. Thomas. 37 now put up in the quarter by the Tommies. Timing running out now. They do get the shot off, and banking it in is Ethan Merlin. Good finish to the quarter with the late score by UKC. But it is the Tommies in front already by a whole bunch. 37-15. That's the way we'll end quarter number 1. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching AAC TV and Tommy's TV on YouTube. We're going to take just a short break. Then come on back for the start of second quarter. About a minute 15 away from the start of the second half. Reminder, the Tommies back in action on home court tomorrow afternoon. The women take on MSVU at 1. The men go at 3. Or thereabouts, depending on the length of the game. Tommy women picked up a win over UKC earlier. Tommy men out to the 37-15 lead in this one. For all things Tommies, go Tommies.ca. Reminders on a couple things there. The athletic department's progressive jackpot lottery. So go Tommies there and check that out. Tommy Basketball also running their own fundraiser. $20 ticket gets you in this draw, and how about these prizes? First prize is 2 tickets to the Toronto Maple Leafs versus the Seattle Kraken on January 5th. The very next night, January 6th, it's 2 tickets to the Raptors and the New York Knickerbockers in Toronto. So that's your top prize. Second prize, 2 Desjardins Club tickets to the Montreal Canadiens versus the Nashville Predators on January the 12th. You get those tickets. Contact anyone involved with Tommy Basketball, the coaches, the players. I got my ticket last weekend from a member of the women's team. Was the first to ask me. Tanner Hoyt scores 2. Great prizes there, even for a Bruins fan like me. Maple Leafs and Canadiens game on the line. And of course for basketball fans, the Raptors and the Knickerbockers. Chance to see some Canadian content there with RJ Barrett, among others in that game. Chris Boucher for the Raptors. See a Tommy Basketball member for those tickets. Blaine can't finish. It's knocked out of bounds by UKC. 9:19 to go in quarter number 2. And it is Hoyt with Florian, Lavoie, Villain, and Vautour to start this quarter for the Tommies. Pick up UKC as we move to the other end of the floor. UKC, it'll be Buckley with Rennie, Dogurga, Brendan Morris, one more player who just won't turn just enough so I can see the number. That's going to be Ethan Merlin, number 11. Buckley on the take right at Lavoie, goes over top and scores 2. Lavoie gets that back for Tanner Hoyt. Hoyt's had a couple big scoring games. Lavoie launches a 3. That one doesn't go down. Dogurga on the rebound. Dogurga sets the screen. Buckley passes around the outside into the hands of Rennie. Step back 3. That one rimmed out. Evan Villain on the rebound. Villain for Hoyt. Florian. Vautour. Lavoie on the drive. He's going to draw the foul. That's going to go on Brendan Morris. No, it goes on 23, Caleb Rennie. Rennie's first. Colin Downey checks in. Downey in his first year out of Rossay and the Rossay Red Hawk program. Lavoie knocks down the second. Merlin guarded by Hoyt. Lavoie on Rennie. Now on the far side. Up top. Downey bit for the fake. Got in the air. Caleb Rennie launches a 3, too strong. Villain picks up the rebound. Hoyt calmly launches a 3. That rimmed out. Florian on the pit back, no good. Lavoie on the putback, no good. Big Harry again. Again, no good. 4 shots for the Tommies. None of them go down. The 3 in tight. All had chances. And Tanner Hoyt's initial release looked pretty good too. Whiteside number 13 on the reach is the call from Donnie Forsyth. That's Lavoie, his first, team's first this quarter. Lavoie with a reach in and take away from Buckley. Buckley says, "You fouled me." What I don't like about that play, Mr. Buckley, is you're still standing in the front court and the play's at the other end. Sure, that's the same message he's getting from Coach Stevenson as well. I think you got fouled or not, you got to run back. Now Buckley having a little conversation with the official about that non-call. Nice pass from Rennie to the cutting Brendan Morris. Good finish in traffic by Morris. That ball's out of bounds. Trey Campbell in for Jeff Lavoie. Lavoie, 4th year out of Ecole Secondaire Bernice Desloges. Ottawa. Campbell is going to get the foul on the push. Big wet spot there on the floor from where Rennie went down. We'll clean that up. Free Gallagher cleans the ball up first. Still a big wet spot there. Throws the towel down, and now we're going to give it a little wipe. Ethan Merlin says, I need to talk to my coach, Mr. Referee. You can clean the floor, please. Does look a bit like a grade 6 square dance out there right now, with a number of them sweeping the floor back and forth in that location. It is a humid day here in Fredericton. Haven't really been out since just before 11 o'clock, so I don't know exactly what the weather's doing outside. Nice turn and finish. Dogurga, the rookie out of St. John's, making the folks on the Rock happy. Shout out if you are watching along. From Newfoundland, Florian on the take. Jande will check back in for Dogurga. Florian makes the first. And the second. Morris outside to Rennie. Buckley on the dribble. Shoots it over Littleton. Nice move by Xavier Buckley. 5'10" point guard in his second year out of Halifax. Littleton's going to drive. He's going to get the foul. Brendan Morris doesn't think so. Going to be at least his second. Let's see what goes up on the board. It is his second. He will come off. Josh Crocker will check in for Morris. Florian with the tough catch. He's wide open. He's going to finish that with a lay-in. I think the bench wanted Big Harry to flush that one out. Instead, he just lays it in over the rim. Buckley. Now on the drive, Rennie. Doesn't go down. Rebound, Trey Campbell. Campbell crosses over. Shoots the really deep three. That one was in and out. Not sure that's the shot that the Tommies won. A three from that deep from Trey Campbell. Shot did look good. He does look, he's got that range. Not sure just that's the first look that they want to try to get. Downey for Campbell. Campbell now into the paint. Has it knocked away, taken away Rennie. Buckley in front of everyone. He lays it in. Coach Hickey won't like that the Tommies aren't back. That was 2-on-0 to finish that one. Now we'll get Isaiah off the bench. We're set to check in. Florian for Littleton. Littleton can't get it to go. We've got a foul called on the drive. Littleton will go to the line. It's going to go on Crocker. Isaiah will check in for Colin Downey. Buckley and Rennie. A little conversation in the backcourt. Haven't seen him yet in this game. The Blue Devils do have pretty much a legitimate 7-footer, 6'11". First-year center Logan Matthews out of Boston, Massachusetts. Anybody out of Boston's got a little place in my heart already. Of course, I'm a big Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins fan. If you hadn't guessed that already. Developing is Matthews, according to Coach Stevenson. Not sure we'll see him here. Walked by me as I was talking to Coach Stevenson, and he is definitely A legitimate 6'11". He's a big boy from a length perspective. He'll play well here in this league. And of course, you know, he's a pretty good student just being able to get into UKC. Programs there are pretty stringent. Coach Stevenson in his second year with the team. Take a while to build, I'm sure. Had a win in the playoffs last year. Of course, once you get to the playoffs, anything can happen. We saw that with the Mystics' magical run. Littleton fakes the three, now drives. Gets it to go down and picks up the foul as Vince Littleton crashes into the end wall. That's going to go on number, thought that went on number 15. I don't have a 15 on my sheet, so let's see if there's actually a 15 on the floor. There's a 13, Crocker. He just came off. And it was Crocker 13 that it went on. A couple lights burning out here around me, so sometimes it's hard for me to see some of the numbers that are called out down there. At least that's my excuse today. Blaine with a good defense. Florian ahead for Littleton. Littleton loses the handle going up. Good look ahead, though, by the Tommies. That's the type of transition I'm sure they're looking for. Littleton will stick a fork in that one more times than not on the Tommies side. Buckley eludes several defenders, then nearly loses the ball. Saved by Merlin. And Isaiah finishes with a flush. That, by my count, is his fifth dunk of the season. Had 3 in the season opener. And I believe 1 last weekend against UNBSJ, and another there for Isaiah. Timeout. Tommies have put up 53 already. Not sure how much time is left in this quarter versus only 25 for this young UKC team. I know the defense is what Coach Hickey was focusing on all week long with the Tommy team. And Kenny Jean-Louis, Kyle Woodworth on the Tommy sideline. Dom LaViolette not with the team this year in the coaching capacity. Not sure where Dom has ended up. He was coaching some B&B provincial action this summer, I know. Wherever Dom ends up, I'm sure he will not be far from a basketball court. .244 to go. The Tommies by 30. 55-25 here in quarter number 2. Big number at the half for the Tommies. Average 101 a game to St. Thomas coming into this one. On pace for that and more here. Littleton finds Amos. Amos is going to pick up the blocking foul on Jande. Over the limit are the Blue Devils, and Amos will get to shoot a couple. Crocker will check in. Givon will come off. Amos makes the first. Owen Amos averaging double digits here in the early going. Tommies have several in double digits. Hoyt with 24.5. Isaiah 18. Lavoie 14.5. Amos 10.5. Florian 11. You can see how they're scoring over 100 a game. Rennie, big body, backs down Vautour. Vautour doesn't have a chance in that one against the bulk of Rennie. Rennie used it to full advantage there, just moving Vautour wherever he wanted him to. Littleton with the shot. Rennie can't collect the rebound, and it's Evan Villain who misses the bunny on the putback. Villain and Rennie go to the ground, jump ball, possession arrow, UKC. Officials polishing the rock up again. Now we're going to get the icky shuffle as we clean up the floor. Get the ickies off of it. Minute 39 from halftime. Couple messages just in the last short time saying it's been a brutal day weather-wise outside here in Fredericton. Been a great day here in the main gym. Started off with some nice women's volleyball action. Tommies were losers in straight sets to the Mystics, and then it was turned over to the basketballers. Tommy women with a win over UKC. Come from behind fashion. They trailed after the first quarter. The Tommy men here out to a pretty substantial lead that they will undoubtedly have at halftime over UKC at this point with 1:19 to go. O'Rourke looked inside for Merlin. We've got a foul. That one just beat the shot clock. Going to be a pushing foul. Merlin will go to the line. I think that's called on 10. Owen Amos, his first. Team's third. Front rim on that one. O'Rourke on the rebound. Tommies didn't block out O'Rourke very well there. Credit to O'Rourke for getting in on that one. Vautour picks up the loose ball for Owen Amos. Amos can't finish. Rebound Villain. He's been all over the offensive glass. Hasn't been able to get the putbacks to go down, has Evan Villain, but he's been right there. Rennie with a little tricky move on Isaiah. And again, it's O'Rourke on the offensive glass. Someone has got to block out Corson O'Rourke if you're on a Tommy sideline. Great work by O'Rourke to get to the glass if you're a UKC fan. Vautour on the fake, running layup. Goes in for Zach Vautour. It's a nice round of applause from the fans here, does Vautour. Brendan Morris outside for Crocker. Now on the drive is Merlin. Villain takes that rebound away from O'Rourke. O'Rourke had the inside position. Vautour finishes that one from the other side. 2 buckets in a row from Zach Vautour. He gets out on the break. And good finish. Rennie behind the back dribble gets it off. It won't count. We'll go to the halftime. Tommy 60. UKC 29. That's right. The Tommies have put up 60 points in the first half. Going to take about a 15-minute break. Get yourself a nice warm cup of coffee on this rainy day in Fredericton. Come on back for action in the second half. I'll get myself a score sheet. See what the highlights are. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching ACAA.TV and Tommy's TV on YouTube. Come on back for half number 2. Good afternoon, fans. Welcome back for the second half. Bill Gibson, you're watching ACAA.tv and Tommy's TV on YouTube. Tommy's 60, Blue Devils 29 in this one. Leading scorers at the half for UKC, Caleb Rennie had 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Corson O'Rourke, 6 boards, 6 points. Xavier Buckley, 6 points. What really jumps out here is shooting percentages, particularly from three-point land. UKC 1 of 7, the Tommies 9 of 16. Tommies shooting 48% from the field versus 39% for UKC. Tommies a scintillating 56.3 from three-point land. That 9 of 16, 69% from the line. UKC is 0 of 7 from the line. Leading scorers for the Tommies, Trey Campbell 5 of 7 from deep for 15 points and 2 rebounds. Jeffrey Lavoie has 12 points, 4 boards. Vincent Littleton has 10 points, 1 rebound, 6 assists. Florian has 6 points, 4 boards for the Tommies. Outscored UKC 37-15 in the first quarter, 23-14 in the second. Points in the paint, UKC 6, Tommies 10. Points off turnovers, UKC 6, Tommies 15. Let's take a look at those turnover numbers. UKC with 11. The Tommies taking care of the ball in the first half, only had 3. That's a really low TO number for St. Thomas, really for anyone. Bench points, the Tommies got 26, UKC only 4. That's a big differential as well. UKC led by 2 early. It was the Tommies. All the rest of the way, their largest lead was 31. And that's as it stands right now. Tommies ball to inbound here in the start of the second half. Lavoie kicks that to the corner for Isaiah. Hoyt, Littleton, and now, oh, that's Lavoie. I thought it was going to go to Florian. Florian is the 5th Tommy starter. Lavoie can't find the range. And now that goes out of bounds. Over to UKC. UKC starts with Buckley, Rene, Jande, O'Rourke, and Morris. That's O'Rourke. O'Rourke 6 boards in that first half. He was a terror on the offensive glass. Isaiah ahead for Littleton. Has Lavoie on the run. Nice finish, Jeffrey Lavoie. Give Lavoie 14 on the game. Buckley loses the handle. Inside O'Rourke. I think we're going to give a block there to Florian. Didn't even have to get on his tippy toes to block that one away from Corson O'Rourke. Jande. Buckley. Morris. Rebound Florian. Folds up to let Morris clear, and now over for Littleton. Tanner Hoyt picked up a couple early fouls, hasn't really got it going in this one. Hoyt's scoop off the glass is no good. Rennie on Florian. Rennie, coast to coast, nobody stops Caleb Rennie. The point guard out of Ajax, Ontario, cleans up. Isaiah is going to get the offensive foul. He runs into Rennie. And that's a good sell by Rennie on that one. That's what I'll say. A little smile. Was some contact. I don't think Gaio hit him with enough force to send him flying as he went. Buckley against Isaiah. O'Rourke again on the offensive glass. 6 on the shot clock for Buckley. He drives paint. Rebound knocked away. Isaiah picks it up. Numbers for the Tommies. Littleton pulls it out. Lavoie. Isaiah on the offensive glass. Can't get it to go down. Jivon Jande. will pick up the foul. We'll send Isaiah to the line. His third year, the 6'3" wing out of FHS. A little stop at X in the AUS, I believe for a season. Did Isaiah. High quality young man is Gaio. Isaiah good on the first. And the second. Isaiah on the run out, finishes strong off glass. Good move by Buckley not to foul. Good, the official saying, hold up here, we've got a lot of moisture on the court. Let's clean this one up. Wilton does floors. A little assist with the towel for Mr. Gallagher. UKC will inbound. Rennie. Tommy still with pressure. This looks like just token pressure. Man-to-man for the Tommies, it appears. Lavoie on the steal. Lavoie all alone. He's going to lay it up and in for two. Give Lavoie 16, I believe, on the game. Again, don't have the live stats going for this one. Shot missed, rebound Jande. He cleans up the boards for two, ahead for Lavoie. Lavoie on Rennie, can't get the four-wheel drive to go over the front rim. Gets fouled on the second one by Jande. Good run out by Jeff Lavoie. No, he wanted to finish the first one, but good perseverance as well. Owen Amos is set to check in. This will be for Harrison Florian. Just take a check at the other game that's going on in St. John, MSVU and UNBSJ. See if I can pull that score up here. See where they stand as Lavoie makes a free throw. Internet here at UNB seems a little slow today, just slow to load. Makes them both, does Lavoie. Schedule results, here we're up here now. It is UNBSJ by 1, 53-52. 11:51 to go in the second. That must be doing halves down there in UNBSJ as opposed to quarters. So anyway, there'd be 11:51 to go. So a tight game, MSVU and UNBSJ. MSVU comes up the road tomorrow, women and men, 1 and 3 to take on the Tommies. That one bounces out of bounds. The wire supporting the basket. Safety rope, whatever it is you would like to call it. Bit of both, I guess. It's going to be a time violation. Good defense by Gaio Isaiah. I think that's the third time violation that's been forced. Technical foul on Xavier Buckley. Ethan Merlin will check in for Mr. Buckley. Not sure what the exact words that were mentioned were by Mr. Buckley. But it's George Carlin. 7 things you can't say on a basketball court, I'm sure. It was at least one of those. Hoyt on the fake. Outside Lavoie. Now Littleton puts up a three-pointer. That drops through. Inbounded. That's number 6, Jerome Williams. He inbounded that ball, checked in. For UKC. Merlin misses. Amos on the rebound. Offensive foul, Jeffrey Lavoie. Good step in by Caleb Rennie. Rennie's showing his willingness to put his body on the line and use his body to his advantage here all game long. Back down Vautour. Taking a couple offensive fouls now at this end. Lavoie goes off with his second foul. Trey Campbell in. Colin Downey in. Evan Villain in. Along with Tanner Hoyt and Owen Amos. That's the personnel for the Tommies. Looks like probably Campbell will run the point in this configuration, I would guess. We'll see. Next trip up court. Rennie guarded by Campbell. Campbell, 5 of 7 from deep in the first half for 15 points. He was on fire. Missed there, rebound O'Rourke. He's been really good on the offensive glass. Gets the foul and the hoop. Foul's going to go on Owen Amos. O'Rourke pretty slippery. Not offensive boards. Again, it's an offensive board for UKC. That time it's Williams. And Ethan Merlin on the finish. Tanner Hoyt strokes a three-pointer. Hoyt can heat up in a hurry. Ahead, O'Rourke. Doesn't get that one to go down. 3 Tommies there, and it is Villain. Picks up another rebound. Campbell back outside. Downey launches a 3. Back rim for Colin Downey. Villain on the glass again, but it is controlled by UKC and Josh Crocker. Rennie for Merlin. Cross-court pass. Crocker. No good. Villain. Tip that to Downey. Now Amos on the pass from Downey. Back outside. Downey takes another 3. That looks good. So I believe all the Tommies now who've been in have scored. Answering for 3 is Crocker. The only Tommy available who's not been in the game is Tyrese Paul. Coach Hickey told me before the game we may not see Tyrese. They work him back into game shape. Rennie on the outside for Crocker. Crocker against Campbell. That's Merlin against Villain. Spin, shot. Rebound Amos. Campbell lost the touch from three-point land. A miss there. Under 3 to go, third quarter. Tommy's by a bunch. Knocked away, but it is cleaned up inside. It's going to be Ethan Merlin who gets that too. Having a bit of trouble with Merlin's jersey number, the 11 on the front to me. Looks like it'd be a couple different numbers just depending on the way Mr. Merlin moves. Often have to wait till he turns around to see the 11 on the back. Just the font style, dark on dark, a bit hard to pick up with that 11. Rennie doesn't get it to go. Rebound Villain. He's having a good day on the glass, but it's taken away by Merlin, who finds O'Rourke. Amos for three. That one was wide. Morris and Jande check in. Zach Votor checks in, force two. Tanner Hoyt to the bench. Crocker there on that miss. Rebound corralled by Morris. Merlin missed. Villain has it knocked out of bounds. Evan Villain got to have big rebound numbers. Amos thought about the three. Votor was calling for it from the far side. Amos on the drive. Gets his own rebound, puts it up. He's going to be fouled on the putback. Amos a little bit frustrated that he couldn't make one of the first couple shots there. It's going to go on Jande. Looks like it's his fourth, team's fourth. 1:06 to go here in the third. Tommy's well in control. Florian will check in, I believe, for Amos. If Amos makes this second one, we'll find that out right away. It is for Mr. Amos. 1:06 away from the quarter time break. Tommies are in control. 85 points up already, not even through three quarters. That's going to be a foul drawn by Crocker. The foul will go on Campbell. We'll send Crocker to the line. Crocker, perfect from the free throw line on the year coming into this one. Averages 5 points on the game thus far this season. Crocker with a make. No longer perfect from the line is Crocker. Villain on the rebound. Votor will handle now for Campbell. Campbell takes the three. Back rim for Campbell. He's cooled off considerably. Coach Hickey says, yeah, let's get some better shots than that. We can get that one anytime. Let's move the ball around. Knocked away by Amos. Amos gets an elbow in the head from Jande, sort of secondary to the play. Very unintentional. Campbell loses the handle, now puts up the three-pointer at the buzzer and makes it. That's going to count. The buzzer-beating three from Trey Campbell. Coach Hickey calls them in. He's got some words here, I think, about some of the shot selection and some of what's going on there. The Tommies by a big bunch, 88-50, here at the end of quarter number three. So it was 60-29 at half. Tommy's stretched that out to 88-50 here at the end of 3 quarters. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching Tommy's TV on YouTube and ACAA.tv. I'm going to take about a minute 15 break, and I will be back with action from Q4. Teams are back out early. Had a little drink of water. We're just going to let the clock run down here. Set to go for quarter 4. Tommies, who appear to be in control with a large lead. Tommies to start this quarter. 8 is Isaiah, 4 is Littleton, 7 Vautour, 10 is Amos, 13 Lavoie. And for UKC, we have O'Rourke. He wears 14. 6 is Jerome Williams. 13 is Josh Crocker. Seven is Morris. He's on the far side there next to Isaiah. One more player here in the front court. Just at the wrong angle for me to see the number. I think it's Osgoran, number 8. But is Osgoran, he's a second-year shooting guard, 6'1" out of Turkey. Isaiah on Morris. It is Osgoran. There's Osgoran there on the shot. He puts it up. Calmly drains the 3, does Osgoran. Says, coach, should have had me in earlier. Win the game 10 seconds, and I make a 3-pointer. Vautour on the miss. Littleton on the board. Littleton can't get it to go down. Rebound is cleared away by Crocker. Crocker against Littleton. Littleton with the dogged defense. Morris on Vautour. Inside for O'Rourke. O'Rourke gets his offensive own board. Lavoie with a deflection of the Osgoran shot. Coach Stevenson says that's going to be a foul, reaching from behind like that on Lavoie, but Lavoie got it clean. Going to put 6 seconds on the shot clock. .906 to go here in quarter 4. 6 seconds on the shot clock. UKC will inbound. Rebound to the Tommies. Littleton front court. Littleton finds space. Sneaky move off the glass for Littleton. Bounces around the rim, drops through. Rennie checks in. Jerome Williams to the bench. Crocker on the drive. The runner makes 2. Lavoie in the post. It's going to be a foul. Osborne on the catch. Oh, step back for Littleton. He drains that. Well, Littleton was running out of options there, but Creative finds a shot for himself. Surprised me. Did Littleton. Rennie. Lavoie on the steal and the pickup for Isaiah. Isaiah goes right at O'Rourke. Nice body control by Isaiah as he scores 2 there and doesn't pick up the foul. Credit O'Rourke for standing in on that. O'Rourke in the post for Morris, three-pointer. Side rim to Campbell. The whirling dervish to the front court. A lot of motion to Campbell's game. Wherever he's going, he always looks like he's going in a hurry. Pardon me, Littleton, I mean, not Campbell. A little bit of confusion on the play. I'm listening to the official. We're going to count the bucket. We've got 1 foul. The first foul goes on Littleton. So we're going to shoot 1. We've got a technical foul goes on Caleb Rennie. So we're going to shoot the technical first. Colin Downey will shoot the technical. Downey drains the free throw. Now we're going to shoot 1 at the other end after the bucket counted. So we're going to all line up. We've got all that straight. There's a little confusion there by the official on exactly which number he was calling the tackle on initially. Morris makes the free one. Villain. Pardon me, that's Hoyt, not Villain. Finding Florian. Hoyt, Villain, Downey, Florian, and Campbell, the personnel for the Tommies. Rennie on the travel. Had the Corson O'Rourke screen, but didn't use it. Rennie and O'Rourke are joined by Osborne is number 8, Crocker is number 13, and Brendan Morris is number 7. Full court pressure on Tanner Hoyt. Back to Colin Downey. That's got to be numbers for the Tommies now. Villain is open for 3. He drains the 3 right in front of Dad on the far sideline. O'Rourke on the offensive glass as Florian challenged the shot. O'Rourke follows it up. Villain, see if he's hot. He is. 2 in a row for Evan Villain. Tommy's now 101 on the board. Almost a full 6 minutes left to play. That is what they averaged coming into this one through the first couple games. They get there easily to the Tommies. No question this Tommies teams can score. As we said off the top, Coach Hickey focusing on defense. The question is the defense going to be good enough for the Tommies? Can't count on running teams out of the gym with the score. Look at what the Hurricanes can do. The Mounties averaging 100 and with 2 losses in those 100. Scoring's not enough. You got to defend as well. That will be the focus, I'm sure, for Coach Hickey going forward. Another little check of the score. I'll refresh the computer here. We'll look at that other game going on down Highway 7 at UNBSJ. There's MSVU up now by 10 with 46 seconds left. So it looks like MSVU will take that one. Come in here with that win under their belt tomorrow for the game against the Tommies. We'll have a look at the remaining schedule in this first half for both of these teams. UKC November 13th versus Mount Allison. That's going to be tomorrow at 4. We'll go back home. Mount Allison again, they get them again at home. 4 on the 20th. Also home to UNBSJ on the 26th and St. Thomas on the 27th. So they finish with 4 at home to close out the first half to Coach Stevenson and the Blue Devils. 11 games post-break, only 4 at home, 7 on the road. Really will look to make hay in those 4 home games. You would have to think, will the Blue Devils here in the first half. That shot rims out for Crocker for the Tommies. They get an MSVU at home tomorrow. That's a 3 o'clock start. Go on the road for 3, the 20th at Crandall, 26th at MSVU, the 27th at UKC, and finish at home on Friday, December 6th versus the Crandall Chargers. That is the remaining first semester schedule. So right back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock will the Tommies be against the Mount St. Vincent University Mystics. Women at 1, men at 3, both Mystic teams defending champions in this conference. The Mystic women are rolling. They put up another 95 today on UNBSJ. And the Mystic men look like they're going to win their game also against UNBSJ on the road. So both will come in on winning streaks. Campbell can't get that to go down. O'Rourke knocks the rebound away. Good hustle by Florian into the hands of Campbell. Campbell kicks it out for Hoyt. Hoyt, a running one-hander. Little 18-foot layup for Tanner Hoyt. That's going to be a three-pointer made. That's Osgoren again. Shout out if you're picking up this game and following along from Turkey. Villain with the finish. Villain's had a nice quarter here. Morris on the take, gets fouled. Pick a Tommy, could be one of 3 or 4 of them. We're going to shoot 2. Ethan Brownsey, second year out of Victoria, BC, checks in. 6'6" forward for UKC. I think it's his first action of the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken. Owen Amos and Zach Votor in for the Tommies. On the line will be Morris to shoot 2. 3:42 to go. Merlin will check in. First opportunity for UKC. Will be for Morris. Morris will go to the bench. It's a tough weekend. You got Mount A at home tomorrow afternoon. 4-hour trip back to Halifax this evening for UKC. Then crank it up. At least they'll get to sleep in their own beds tonight, I would think, at least, that they'll go back. Drive right by Mount A on the way, give them a little wave. No women's game tomorrow between UKC and Mount A. Canceled due to health issues in the women's program at Mount Allison. Canceled on Thursday. Apparently they knew they were going to be sick enough not to be able to make the drive to Halifax, would not have had enough players, as I hear it. It's a pretty bad sickness. You know, on Thursday you're not going to be able to field enough for Sunday. Reminder one more time, the Tommies have a ticket draw, $20 ticket, get you in. First prize, 2 tickets to the Raptors and Kraken on January 5th. January 6th, 2 tickets to the Raptors and the Knicks. That's just after my birthday. That'd be a great prize for me. I've got a ticket. Second prize, January 12th, tickets to the Montreal Canadiens, Desjardins Club level. Canadiens and the Nashville Preds. I know of a couple Predators fans around town. See a member of Tommy's basketball for that. Villain with the finish at one end. Tommy's with the steal. Villain with the giveaway. He was looking to pass to Amos. Under 2.5 to go. Merlin. Slippery move by Ethan Merlin. Works his magic to score 2 for UKC. Colin Downey, Zach Votor, Amos. Call that 17 feet for the Miramichi marksman, Owen Amos. Shot clock violation, good defense for the Tommies. Checking in now, Dogurga. Dogurga seemed to have a pretty good first half. Haven't seen much of him here in the second for Coach Stevenson. Dogurga, 6'6" forward out of St. John's. Check in for the final minute and a half of this one, no doubt. Downey launches, rimmed out, rebound Dogurga. Merlin beats the shot clock with the shot. Amos loses it out of bounds. Under a minute to go. Do a quick wrap up of this game. Be ready to move on to tomorrow with both these teams. Tommies have to like what they've seen offensively from their output, 110 points. UKC want to put this one in the mirror, leave it here in Fredericton, regroup on the bus back. I think they match up pretty good against that Mounties team. Mounties seem to have a bit more size. The Mounties can score it pretty good as well. Noah McCarthy, one of the top players in the league, one of the top scorers in the league thus far. Jonas Monroe as well, a big-time scorer for Mount A. Sure, Coach Chapman will have them tuned up, ready to go for that match in Halifax tomorrow. Down to the final 20 seconds in this one. Trey Campbell will dribble it out. And this one will end the Tommies 110. UKC Blue Devils 66. Pretty much all Tommies in control from the very beginning. Not sure if Coach Hickey will be happy with the defense in this one. A little different strategy. Still some opportunity for improvement that I saw on the defensive end. I have to be very pleased with the offensive output Folks, I'm Bill Gibson. Remember, 1 and 3 tomorrow. Big basketball games against Mount St. Vincent University. Always fun when those two teams come to town. Shout out to those two teams if you have been checking out the webcast. Look forward to seeing you in town tomorrow. It is a Tommy's by a bunch in this one. I'm Bill Gibson. Thanks for watching, folks. You've been watching Tommy's TV on YouTube at ACAA.tv. Come on back tomorrow. 2 more games. Tommy's Court Sports.